Hello again. This is Toya with World Class Training Center, WCTC. Again, we're located inside the Michigan Works building downtown Flint. I am coming to you again with another topic regarding the life coaching sessions that I offer here in the office or virtually. You can register for any of our trainings online at WCTCUSA.com. If you have any questions or want to register by phone, you can do that as well. It's 810-877-6515. This topic is coming from Cece, and she wanted to know about how you would handle obstacles such as mental illness in the Black community. So this is a big one, and of course there's a stigmatism for our culture with regards to seeking therapy or any type of mental health. And this topic for sure can go on and on for days, but I'll try to sum it up a little bit. Excuse me if I'm looking away a little bit. I did take some notes to make sure that I stay on topic. So let's get into that. So first, I want to discuss how things are learned behavior. So of course, we don't come out of the womb knowing certain things and having certain biases or pretty much anything about us aside from what we pick up genetically. But aside from that, it is learned behavior. So with that being said, then we have to understand that we did come from absolute destruction, being put into slavery after being stolen from our family, loved ones, and our country. So we were no longer having the luxury of choice, but we were put in a situation to try to survive. That mentally does carry over through generations, and it has carried over through generations, and we're still suffering from it. Sorry to say that, and it is unfortunate. But I, stand by awareness and education because the more of that, then we can definitely combat the ignorance with regards to certain things that we don't know and act out in our behaviors because of things, that we don't know or understand. Also, I wanted to talk about, again, living in the reality. It applies to this as well. So we never got an opportunity to debrief. Now, why did I choose the word debrief? And that's because if you were in the military or medical field, etc., there's a process that must be followed. And it does involve debriefing or passing along pertinent information to the team that's coming behind you. So, you're kind of passing the torch of information. Instead, we had to stuff those emotions, tears, and pain down because we weren't allowed to really express ourselves or express those emotions. We didn't have time to do any of that in the situations we were in hundreds of years ago. And so all those emotions at some point will tip the scale. Now, we should attempt to intervene when we feel that we're losing mental ground, but we don't. Instead, we stuff it and survive. And again, I'm sure many can relate to that. Something, again, going back to like that military environment. I've never been in the military, but I do know that is a structured environment, and there are a lot of rules and policies that are in place. And there's not time for emotions pertaining to your job or your duties or whatever it is that is your responsibility in serving the country. Then it's not about you. It's about the bigger picture. So there's never any really time to deal with that sort of thing. So since we have been conditioned, to handle our issues this way, we have began to take that as a natural thing and become desensitized to the realizations that we may need assistance for our mental health. We attend to almost everything concerning our bodies, for the most part. I know some of us are a little harder to get to the doctor than others, but for some reason, with the Black community, we will not address our mental health. So meanwhile, we're out here damaged, and we're damaging others along the way. Some imbalances, may need medication to treat, and some may not, but if we don't go, we'll never know. So I want to leave you with this, wrap this one up, because again, this one can definitely go on for some time. It goes really deep as to why, this whole mental health thing is an issue for the Black community. And we definitely need it the most, even in the times that we're going through and experiencing right now. Even though you may not directly be attached to the victim of certain circumstances in today's time, it still can affect us in certain ways and can cause behavioral changes for us with regards to how we deal with people, relationships in our community, and who we are as a person. It does force you to challenge some of your ideas and who you are as a person, who you've been as a person. So this stuff goes really deep. So to handle all of these emotions that we tend to go through on a daily basis, which can flood for others, and some, do really well at, tucking things away and ignoring things. But, again, it will come back up. Or, if you're a flood of emotions type person, this is something that can be an issue for you on a daily basis. So the same way we take care of ourselves health-wise with our bodies, we definitely do need to do better at taking care of ourselves mentally. All right, so I'll leave you with this. Victims become victimizers. So don't let your pain and or your issues transform you into a reflection of your pain. All right, again, it's Toya Tatum coming from World Class Training Center, WCTC. I want you guys to stay healthy and safe.